Hey guys, yesterday I tried my luck at gluten-free tortilla recipe and didn't like it. The gluten-free is a different way of cooking, and it's hard to get the flavor that is in when you get the regular flour. So I'm using the rice flour. So I just made up a batch of pancake mix while I was making the tortillas. So I used the rice flour and tapioca and baking powder I have in here, sugar, salt, and 1 teaspoon of, however you say it, that xanthan gum. So I'm going to keep trying to work at to try to come up with a tasty recipe for the gluten-free pancakes. That's it, guys. So I whisk that together. With the diet that we're on, we try to stay away from most all processed foods as best we can, and the fats that I use is just butter or the extra virgin organic coconut oil. So that's the two things that I use for cooking. So I don't use stuff like Crisco vegetable oil, even olive oil, because a lot of olive oils are not that good, that you really have to search for a high quality olive oil. So I just forget about it, and I just use the unsalted butter, because I have to be mindful of, with LP not being on blood pressure medicine, I have to make sure stuff doesn't contain table salt. So I'm melting this butter to use in the pancakes, and I'm going to move these duck eggs along. There's 2 left. I wasn't that crazy about duck eggs. Now, the ladies did say that scrambled, they are better scrambled than fried. So I'll take her word for it, because I didn't try them scrambled. I just fried them. So I'm just going to use these in... Okay, there's what the duck eggs look like. Okay, now you ought to be able to tell the difference. To the left is the duck eggs. Look how big the yolk is in comparison to the store-bought. And these are free-running chickens. It's supposed to be fed with pure grain and all. Now, we are into the good fats, and the yolk, my goodness, people throw the yolk away and eat the whites, and the yolk has got it's what satiates a person when you have the good fats. So that's part of the reason we are such an obese nation now, is fat's been taken out of everything, and it's just not a good thing. So I'm cooling down the butter. I took it off the stove. I just had it on simmer just to melt the butter. So I'm getting her ready. Well, I needed 3 cups of coconut milk, and I didn't have quite 3 cups. So anyhow, I'm going to use this tempeh, however you say it, hemp milk. I'm not crazy about it, but I can sneak that in the pancakes. We'll never know the difference. An added note, you always want to shake your almond milk or your coconut milk or your hemp milk before you use it. Okay, I have my 3 liquid ingredients ready to add: the 3 cups of milk and the 4 eggs and the 4 tablespoons of melted butter, which is 1/4 of a cup. Okay, I took a spatula and stirred that up. You don't want to over stir pancakes. This is all lumpy, but that's the way I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get her ready. Okay, guys, it seems like a pretty tasty pancake to me. Works for me. That's it, guys. This is a very thick batter, and I use 1/3 of a cup to measure it out, and then I just kind of take this and kind of smooth them out a little, because these are a bigger, fatter pancake. Now, if you want a thinner batter, then you just add more milk. Check on the date on your baking powder. Now this is getting very close to the end of it because it's November now, and it's this is good. It says best if used by November 2014. So after that, little by little, you'll have less of the value properties that causes the pancakes to rise. So also you want to get aluminum-free baking powder. So there's our leftovers if we don't keep eating.